Hi everybody. I'm happy to be out camping for a couple nights at Lake Wenatchee State Park. I wanted to give you a tour of my vintage trailer. It's a 1975 Trillium, and Steve and I have had it for about 15 years. I'll first give you a look at the outside. It is 13 feet. It was made in Canada, and we bought it from some family friends, and Steve's dad named it The Pickle. Over the years, we've taken it on a few one-week trips. We went to Montana and California and Mount Rainier. We also went to the 2017 eclipse in Oregon. We've kept the outside vintage with the original stickers. And you could have a water hookup, but we haven't ever used that. We took out the heater, but did save the cover there. So now I've set it up as a solo camper, and I take it when I want to go hiking and on little solo trips. We tried to keep it with the vintage look as much as possible. When we bought it, there was a refrigerator in the right bottom here and a heater on the left. We took those out, and the cupboards here, Steve's dad put new handles and new wood on them. He also built the top shelf up here. He put in new lighting and all electric. So there's nice electric outlets behind the kitchen table there. When we got the trailer, there were bunks up front, and we took the top bunk out, and I've converted this to my sleeping area. One thing I've been working on the past couple years is upgrading the color scheme. When we bought the trailer, it had a Route 66 theme, which was cute, and I liked it, but the curtains were real thin and let the light in. So I got these blackout curtains from the store. They already have a top panel in them, and I cut them to size, and I put a dowel in the bottom, and you just unhook this button here, and they roll backwards, and they go down like that, hook in here, and make it really dark in here. And I also like it that they roll up and they don't block like a third of the window during the daytime. So I talked a little bit about the curtains. Now I'll talk about the cushions. The ones we had before were brown and they had a little bit of dirt on them, and I wanted to upgrade them. The cushions inside were actually okay. I used a seam ripper and I took them all apart, and I used those pieces of fabric as the pattern and put these back together. Had to get new zippers, but I think they came out really well. Made some pillows, made a cover for the table because it's dark brown, wanted to have a different color. And nice little comfortable seating spot for one person. Here's another look at the front bed area. There's lots of storage under the bed. The one last thing that I wanted to show you is this countertop. I've seen that other people have done it, and I thought it was a really great idea. Underneath there on the left, there's a sink, and on the right, there are two burners that you would use with propane. But we never used them, and so I wanted to cover them up, but I didn't want to rebuild the whole area. So Steve's dad designed this. It's held in place with Velcro, and it's been really nice surface. If it's cold outside and I want to cook in here, I will use the electric plug there and just some small appliances, like a toaster, or I have a one-burner stovetop. Well, I hope you liked the tour of the trailer. It's small, and so it was a pretty quick tour. One other thing I wanted to point out is these windows that crank out. I really like them. They remind me of my grandparents because when I was a little girl, they had them in their house in California. So thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them below. Have a great day.